I'm so excited. My pantry is almost down to single ingredients. I would say we're probably 80% there. But before we get started, I'm Julia, Aaron's behind the camera, and we are the Canny Couple. And we're a small homestead family in rural Southwest Virginia that work every single day to merge homesteading and frugality. And if you're new to our channel, I've been going through this journey of cleaning out my working pantry, as you can see behind me. And this is the pantry that we live off of and we work through every single week, that I pull the majority of the ingredients for our meals from, as well as my freezers and other stores that we have. But my goal for this year had been to get our pantry down to a single ingredient pantry as deep as I could go. I can tell you it has been a long, hard, it's been a long road trying to get through a lot of the food that we had.
Some of it,
I ended up tossing.
Yeah.
I had a lot of food we just ended up tossing out.
It was out of date, so we weren't throwing out
good food or anything.
It was ones to the point where it's stale or, not good.
Or something was wrong with it. So, but I wanted to share with you what my pantry looks like and the holes that I'm seeing in my pantry now that we're completely clean. Because if you can see now, you look at my other video, my pantry looks very, very bare. It looks very empty.
When we get to this other side over here where I can't see good at the moment, you'll definitely see.
It looks very bare. So we're going to start over here on this side. This is my spice area. So you can see this side is still bulging. And that is because Aaron likes his spices.
And because we worked through those.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while. I use a lot of spices, but we work through them. A lot of the jars up on the very top are overflow. And what I did is I put those in jars and then I vacuum seal them. So those are our spices. And then here I moved my fruit. So we have a lot of our canned fruit. And yes, I have the rings on my jars. They're on there very loose. It's more for storage than anything else. But I have it here to where I can rotate through it really easily. And I have room here for some excess like fruit leathers that I'll put in jars. And I actually have a little bit of room here that I could put a few more jars of apples and peaches and pears for my overflow.
Right. This isn't all of our can.
It's not. I don't have enough room up here because I need to make sure I have a good balance of my canned. We have a lot of canned fruit.
Yep.
We have a lot of canned fruit. That's just what we have the most of and what we produce the most of on our property. I can tell you I'm really low on apples.
Yes.
For my little one, I'm really low on apples. I need to do like 60 to 80 jars of apples to feel good. Down here at the bottom, now this is where I keep my oats. I keep my extra flour, anything like that I keep there just to have as overflow. But this is one I come to, I'd probably say I come to this one about once a day. For cranberries, things like that, we always have those around the house. Now here we have our coffees and teas and flavorings up on top. And what we're trying to do is we're really trying to make sure we're getting away from a lot of not one ingredient, a lot of bad ingredient foods or ingredients we're not comfortable eating. So we're trying to work through a lot of that stuff. And it's just been a long process. We had so many of those cappuccino things that we've been going through slowly.
We did.
And I can't throw them away. We paid for them. We bought them. They're good. They're still good. So we've been working through those. And I've just been adding a couple spoonfuls to our coffee. And that's actually been working out really well. But I still have a lot to go through. We went through a lot. I did that with the hot chocolate as well.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of hot chocolate, we worked through it. So then whenever we're through all that, I'll be making it homemade. And that's what we'll use. These are our sauces. Aaron is a sauce person.
If you notice from the last video,
it's a lot lower.
It is a lot less than before.
It is a lot less. And before, this would have been full of salad dressings and things like that.
Nothing like that anymore. And some of those in front are actually
to make salad dressings.
Well, or very few ingredients
that
seem to be good.
Then here is extra sauces, cooking sauces like soy sauce, oils, and things like that. I have a problem with height here, so we'll be working through that as we go through. I also have my honeys and my pantry milk. So we like to keep 2 gallons of shelf-stable milk on hand. This winter I'll probably go 3 or 4, just to be on the safe side.
Just because of the way the summer's been.
Just because of the way the summer's been, I'm a little bit hesitant just to say 2 gallons would be enough. I would rather have 3 to 4 gallons just to have on hand. It won't go bad, and I can use it as spring comes forward, and it really doesn't go bad. It works just fine. You can't tell the difference.
No.
In this and regular milk once you put it in the refrigerator. Aaron and I ate it on cereal.
Yep.
You can't tell a difference. Then we have our next one. You can tell this is where we're really bare. I started restocking up peanut butter, natural peanut butter. I've kind of searched for the best price in my area. This is our breakfast items, things like that we're still working through. We still have breakfast bars, but that's something I keep on hand because it's really easy, especially if we lose power. The little one, we're going out, I can throw a couple breakfast bars in our bag and we're good to go. And then this is my pasta shelf, and it's way lower than I like it to be. But I'm trying to move away from enriched pasta to one ingredient real pasta. And this is just the drum wheat semolina flour. These are the only ingredients in here. But it's expensive, and it's going to take time for me to build it. But I still have this other pasta we're eating, so I can slowly build with my new pastas as I catch them on sale, because our local grocery store will have them 2 for $3. We didn't know that.
No.
We bought it for $2.70 something. So we spent about almost $3 for one bag. When I could have gotten more of it for 2 for $3, I could have probably gotten twice the amount. So we didn't end up getting a couple bags, but we'll be catching that when it goes on sale. We'll be getting more of that. And then at the bottom again, I have oatmeal, rice. We have salt. We don't go through a lot of salt.
No, but we do use Redmonds.
We do use Redmonds, but we don't use a huge amount of salt, so it's not one of those things we go through a ton of. And then again, down here, you're going to see more rice, flour, things of that nature. Oatmeal is a big thing. Now, this is our snack area, and this is where you're going to see we're hurting the most.
Well, if you remember from before, there's a lot less.
There's a lot less. No, we did not eat it all.
No.
But we have really worked through a lot of our snacks, and I'm trying to find really good snacks for us to have at home. So one of the things that we're testing is popcorn. We like popcorn, but if it doesn't have a flavor, Aaron has a harder time with it. So I'm going to have to find ways to make it flavorful for Aaron to enjoy it. The other thing is cracker bread. I made this about a week ago. It's actually done really well. Put it in jars to let it sit. And I'm hoping to actually make a lot of this in the winter time when I'm not forced to be outside so much, and the house I don't have to worry about the house getting warm for the summer months. So I'm hoping these will all be full. And
on top is one of the very last really bad snacky things is some caramel creams.
Those are Aaron's. And then I have my baking here. I always keep a good amount of my baking stuff here. So it's sugar, flours, cocoa powder, chocolate chips are back there, some cocoa nibs. What else? That's about it. I don't really keep very much. I try to keep my ingredients really low. You'll see here, this is my pancake mix. I actually need to make some. So what I've been doing with this is I've actually been making my little one pancake muffins for breakfast. She's a grazer, so it's an easy meal. She can graze and pick it up anytime she wants it. And this is where I have a few of the extra processed items that we're still working through, but not very many.
And then at the bottom,
it is rice.
Okay.
And yeah, rice and sugar. And no, that's sugar and beans. Sugar and beans is in that one. And then here are our vegetables. Now, you're going to notice, compared to my last videos, I've kind of moved things around. We have a vent And this winter, I noticed that
If you want to scoot over a little bit,
Yeah.
I'll sort of see if I can show.
the cabinets started to get a little warm. So I was hesitant to keep my canned goods because nothing got spoiled. But I don't want to risk my canned goods getting spoiled, especially when I put all the time and effort into them. So I'm trying to get them as far away from that vent as possible and putting the dry goods around them. Now, I will tell you, I do see one change I need to make. I need to shift these two shelves because this is Isabel's shelf for the most part. You could tell these are crackers. They're some we felt pretty good about the ingredients, and pretzels because we love pretzels. But I need to shift these around because if we need a snack, Aaron can grab it. If Isabel needs a snack, it's usually just me grabbing it, and I can't reach. I have to get the I had to get something to get the chips earlier. So this is our vegetable and just canned meat and everything that we sort of have over here. So I have my canned beans, I have relishes and pickles, dried beans, some pork and beans that we're working through, some pimentos. I really need to make Aaron some pimento cheese. He does love that. I have my tomatoes. I realize I have too many tomatoes up here. I don't need this many jars of tomatoes up here, so I'll probably cut that back because if I'm making my meal plan, I can go grocery shopping in my excess if I need to, but I try to make sure I keep enough up here we can go pull it and bring it back up. I also have freeze-dried squash, and then we have other freeze-dried goods here. We have squash. This is winter squash, vegetables, ricotta cheese, and then up here are two rice mixes or soup mixes I need to use up. Some tuna and some other canned meat that we've bought just to have on hand in case we needed it, because you can eat them straight from the can. And then the canned chicken I did myself. I will be adding to that canned chicken as we go forward. And then that is oatmeal, and I'm probably going to use this bottom here for vinegars because I have some big glass.
That's true.
Those big glass jugs. That's actually a good spot for them.
That is.
Because the problem is I can only get 2 buckets that are round down here. And we don't think we can find square buckets to go here. And I really need square buckets, and I could get 4 here, but it's going to be harder for me to find. But this is my pantry right now. As you can see, I have some holes, but it's still an absolutely functional working pantry. I can make so many meals from this, and I'm so happy that we are finally getting another step closer to being more of a one ingredient household. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm always going to have mac and cheese on hand. It's an easy meal. There's nothing wrong with that, having a convenience meal on hand, but I'm trying to make sure I'm getting better, as good as I can get within my budget. And that's kind of how you have to work with it. And I'll tell you, as I'm rebuilding my pantry with more of these one ingredient foods, I'll be doing more stockpiles of these items throughout the months with my little bit of extra I have. So if y'all want to see those stockpile grocery hauls, let me know. I would be happy to share them with you. So just leave that in the comments below. So what do you think, Aaron?
Some good moves around. It's hard to say, but I am glad to get away from some of the stuff that we were eating. I'm having a hard time now eating like some of those caramel creams because I know how bad they are.
He is.
And
he's also shifted from coffee creamer at work. We got sugar in the raw packets for him. I just told him, I said, listen, we'll just get you some sugar packets.
Yeah.
They'll last them for a really long time.
Where I don't take my own coffee creamer and I know how bad the coffee creamer is. It's been a challenge.
It has been. And again, we're not perfect. We still have things
Right.
we're trying to work through, but there are like set things that we do not have in our diet anymore. We have no more aspartame in this house. Like it's just, and I probably said that wrong, but that is an ingredient. If I see it, it automatically goes out where it's not even looked at anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me personally because it made me feel really bad. I had gotten off of it and I got back put, and I accidentally had some more of it, and I felt really, really bad for a little while, and I realized that was what was causing it, because I had gotten it out of my system. But we're not perfect, but we're getting there. I feel a lot better, but I do see massive holes in my pantry now that I'm not relying on more processed foods.
Yep.
So I hope you join us as we work through this, especially me, because I'm seeing that this is a big challenge in my future, is finding foods that I can make shelf-stable, snacky items for us that I can make that are shelf-stable, ready to go, ready to eat. That's really kind of where we are right now. You have anything to add here?
No.
If you have any questions, comments, leave those down below. And please make sure you check out our link tree. And as always, thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.